HTV News Source is sponsored by CN Vision Image Consulting and Chi Products.
To raise money for an appropriate charity.
And around the block to receive help and to get the chance to meet their hero, J.J. Watt.
And you got your instant tackles on the players out here?
Hello and welcome to this edition of HTV News Source. I'm your host, Mariana Yanguren. The Houston Fire Department added 10 new pumpers to its fleet. These new trucks represent a $5.3 million investment approved by Mayor Sylvester Turner and City Council. HFD Chief Sam Pena explains.
Today we're receiving and accepting an additional 5 apparatus, which will be a total of 10 this month. That's to add to the 8 additional that we've received within the last 12 months. So in the last 12 months we received, it'll be a total of 18 new fire engines. We're expecting 5 additional aerial apparatus before the end of the calendar year, and it'll be a total of 30 replacement ambulances. So we're better deployed for hurricane season at this moment than we were 2 years ago, certainly. You know, we made acquisitions in equipment, in training of personnel, in our deployment. So yes, although we hope that we don't have major issues, we are better prepared now than we have been in the past.
Back in March 2018, Council approved a land purchase for a new multi-service center in Sunnyside. This week, Sunnyside residents assembled at the center's current location on Cullen Boulevard to express opinion and offer ideas of potential programs the new 60,000 square foot facility will offer.
You're part of this neighborhood, and we want to hear every single idea that you have during this process. We're going to ask you to go from station to station to station and just talk about memories from Sunnyside, things that you like seeing in here, looking at images and telling us what you like and what you don't like on the wall.
Are there places that were special to you?
For deconstruct the building and salvage whatever material is left.
And then whichever ones you like, you just put a sticker right next to it.
See, when I first saw it, it reminded me of maybe a church.
And you can be descriptive. You can say like, I like the ceiling, I like the lighting.
Right.
You guys made this happen, and the best is yet to come.
This new multi-service center is just one of the steps in improving neighborhoods as part of Mayor Sylvester Turner's Complete Communities initiative. Sunnyside is part of the newly announced second phase that also includes the communities of Alief, Kashmere Garden, Fort Bend, Houston, and Magnolia Park, Manchester. Coming up on News Source, we have highlights from the 2019 Pride Houston Festival and Parade and find out what's cooking as part of the City Hall's weekly lunch market. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We know you didn't do it. Just confess.
Okay, you're right. I didn't use the 311 app. I mean, I saw the pothole, but I just got lazy. I mean, I didn't use the 311 app.
You are pathetic.
Who says that kind of stuff?
Use the City of Houston app for all your 311 needs.
Welcome back to HTV News Source. Thanks for tuning in. How much do you know about the 4th largest city in the U.S.? HTV News Source wanted to find out, so we hopped on a bus to turn back the clock and get some fascinating history about the Bayou City. Our first stop, Sam Houston Park. Check it out.
Hey friends, how are you? It's Mr. McKinney here with Mr. McKinney's Historic Houston. I'm so excited to be taking you on a journey through Houston's past. It's called Discover Houston with Mr. McKinney. And here we are, by the way, at the Heritage Society, which is over in Sam Houston Park. Here's the Allen brothers, of course, the founders of our city of Houston. We're going to be celebrating all the best of Houston, taking you on a wonderful journey. Right now, by the way, we're at Sam Houston Park, the Heritage Society. We're going to talk about the history of their space over here, take you indoors and check out their amazing exhibits and museums, learn a lot about Houston history.
The exhibit we have up now is all about our Kellum Noble House. That is the oldest house in Houston, still on its original property, has a fantastic history, and this exhibit really explains that history. And it also tells you a bit about the renovation work that the Heritage Society has been undertaking for the last several years.
So here's a great example of things you're only going to see at the Heritage Society. Ginger, tell us about these amazing pieces here.
Sure, absolutely. These are wonderful pieces of silver that were owned by Zerviah Noble, and then the photograph is the earliest photograph of the Kellum Noble House.
We're here with Allison Bell, who is the executive director of the Heritage Society, and you've got over 10 historic structures here total?
Yes, we do. We started with one, the Kellum Noble House, and we added 9 more because that was the way that they preserved houses, was that they bring them all to the park rather than preserve them in their own communities.
And here we're at a really old house. It's called?
Old Place, and it's built in 1823, and it is the oldest house in Harris County. And this house we love to take our school kids to. I mentioned that we have lots of children that come through on tours because they can touch and feel and see things as opposed to some of the other houses. So it's a great learning tool. We have tours daily, Tuesday through Saturday, and also Sunday. Of course, we have our website, heritagesociety.org.
Houston's food scene is as diverse as its population. It only makes sense that downtown's City Hall has become a weekly destination for employees wanting to sample healthy alternatives from local vendors. On this week's menu is Blue Orange World Cuisine.
We do Thai Asian fusion cuisine here at the Farmers Market on Wednesdays. During lunchtime at the City Hall. We are traditionally Thai, but we also travel around Southeast Asia and pick out different flavors, and we combine it into our French techniques and come up with different fusions, which include Korean, some Malaysian, some Thai, some Japanese, and other countries as well. And we apply a French technique to it to make everything sort of come complete. Our most popular dish is our chicken pad thai, which is char grilled with mesquite. We bring that Texas taste to it, and we marinate it in Korean spices. We slice it, the chicken breast, and then we toss it with fresh vegetables. We use organic vegetables from the market, so all our supplies come from the farmers market as well.
The rotunda inside City Hall proudly exhibits rotating art displays from local artists. With June being LGBTQ month, this month's theme is Pride. Radu Barbachaw from the Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs explains.
So this is the Pride Houston art program. This year Pride Houston, a nonprofit organization, started an art component to their work. They are an organization that puts on the annual Pride Festival and Parade here in Houston. It just took place this past weekend, in fact. And with this art exhibit here, the organization wanted to feature 5 Houston area LGBTQ artists as part of the organization of the festival and parade and really promote them to a global audience.
And speaking of Pride, the LGBTQ community was well represented at this year's Pride Houston Parade and Festival. It was a very colorful celebration.
A reporter asked me, what do you like more about this parade tonight? I said, it's the energy, it's the electricity, it's the excitement. This is the most diverse city in the United States of America. city. It doesn't matter what your language is. It doesn't matter what you're documented or undocumented. It doesn't matter who your religion. It doesn't matter who you love. We just want you to be whoever the hell you want to be. And it's our city. Therefore, I, Sylvester Turner, mayor of the city of Houston, hereby proudly proclaim June 22nd, 2019 as Houston Pride Day in the city of Houston.
Coming up next, a day to commemorate refugees and immigrants. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Vets, you served our country, and now you're home looking for a job. But how often have you applied and never heard back? That can be frustrating. That's why Edge for Vets was created, to open the world for you. The Houston Airport System and its business partners are hiring and offer this unique opportunity to get an edge in the interview process. To find out more, contact us at edgeforvets.org.
Welcome back to HTV News Source. Every day, thousands flee violence and famine for a better life. As part of the World Refugee Day, the Community Arts Theater Match showcased the artistic contributions of refugees that call Houston home.
Also has a division called the Office of New Americans and Immigrant Communities, and so we work very closely with our immigrant and refugee community here in the city of Houston.
And refugees who have made Houston their home come literally from all over the world.
Not only to get them acclimated as our neighbors and our friends, but of course help them get acclimated to the United States.
Houston probably resettles more refugees than any other U.S. city.
So days like today are extremely important because these are celebrations of the diversity of our city and the fact that we are the most diverse city in the United States, and we celebrate that.
Before we leave, we'd like to introduce you to the summer interns that work behind the scenes of Houston television as part of the Hire Houston Youth Program. There are more than 5,000 high school and college students participating in the Hire Houston Youth Program. The program offers students ages 16 to 24 internships and job opportunities at public and private employers throughout the Houston area. All positions offer at least 7 weeks of employment, and employers are asked to compensate the students at least $8 an hour. Thanks for watching this edition of HTV News Source. I'm your host, Mariano Yanguren. Until next time, have a great day, and thanks for watching HTV, your story, your voice, your station.
HTV News Source is sponsored by CN Vision Image Consulting and Chi Products.